My husband and I had a baby 3 months ago. I made it abundantly clear my mother would be the only extra person in our home post-birth, as I had a C-section, and needed help with recovery and learning to be a mom in general. I made the mistake of that being the only element of my birth plan regarding visitors, as I did not want to offend my husband and in-laws. My in-laws ended up arriving to the hospital before my mother every single day during my hospital stay, and wouldn't leave until nighttime. My FIL would talk nonstop. He never shuts up. I often had to ask them to leave when it was time to nurse, which became awkward, as that expectation had been well established. My mill would seem to expect my mother to leave when they had to leave, but I obviously did not mind my own mom being there for me during this time. Also, let me back up and mention that MIL made a Facebook post before I was ever out of recovery, and she posted photos to social media before I did. My MIL would hover over the baby obsessively, and if the baby cried during a nurse or doctor examination, blood draw, etc., these absurd theatrics ensued and it would make me uncomfortable. She would force her finger into baby's grasp and talk about the baby holding grandma's finger. It was the most vulnerable time in my life, and I felt as if I couldn't rest or relax because they wouldn't leave. I thought it would get better when I got home, as I anticipated them leaving town and it just being my mom around to help us. I thought wrong. They had a hotel in the city we live in. They came every single day for almost a week and even brought in additional family members. At one point, my MAL hovered over the bassinet for over 45 consecutive minutes. I understand she cares for and loves my baby, but it seemed odd. I voiced to my husband I did not appreciate my request not being honored, did not appreciate the hovering, did not appreciate the social media posts, etc. And he seemed offended. It also came across as though me voicing that frustration was just some postpartum negativity and I would move past it. They have continued to visit at least once a week, except for a few weeks they were on a vacation. They don't really ask. During one visit, my MIL said she wanted the baby to recognize her scent and her voice. Weird? One time the baby was crying, so I got the baby and he stopped and she said, "Oh, you'll stop crying for your mom," in a less than delightful tone. She will never put the baby down once she gets the baby. And if I'm holding the baby, she always asks to hold. They stayed for the weekend and she stood over my shoulder in my very small kitchen while I gave the baby a bath. Baby was very upset after bath time, and while I got baby lotioned up in a diaper, etc., she stood at the changing table saying, "Grandma's here," getting the baby to grasp her finger, and when her husband asked her something from the other room, she told him, "Hold on, baby, needs me." And when I picked baby up to soothe, she continued to stand by me and talk to baby. I realize this is a personal issue for me, and I am the one that is overstimulated, but the aggressive and over-exaggerated interactions with baby are insane and in your face. I wish I could say more, but this is already too long-winded. It is more than apparent she wants to upstage anyone else who is present in baby's life, and it really bothers me as a new mom. Because this is how I feel, and the baby isn't in danger. In addition to the fact I'm not bothered by my family's interactions, my husband becomes really offended when I bring these things to his attention. He acknowledged my family does not bother him, but his family is really wearing on me. I wish I had a better way of phrasing it to him, and I wish I knew how to establish effective boundaries with my in-laws without offending them. I'm obviously not a good boundary setter. If you hate the video, leave a creative insult in the comment section. I will choose the best and creative comments for my future video end card. Let's see what you koala brains got. Please like and subscribe.